The most common garnish on any taco in Mexico is onions and cilantro. I mean, you go to any street vendor, they'll always ask you, do you want onions and cilantro? Let me show you how to make them. We got to start with the onion part of it because it's really critical. It's not a yellow onion, even though that's probably what you have in your kitchen right now. You have to have a white onion. Why? Because the flavor is very different. Yellow onions are sweet and complex. These are crisp and bright and perfect as a garnish for a taco. So I'm going to cut off a piece of this white onion here, and then I'm going to cut it into small cubes. We would say dice here. And then I'm going to show you the most important aspect of this. I'm going to do what they call in Mexico, desflemando la cebolla. I'm going to deflame the onion. Now, anytime we work with onions, people are always like, oh, I hate working with raw onions because they make my eyes water, or they give me onion breath, or they're hard to digest. Well, when you cut through an onion, you bring two elements together that creates a sulfurous compound. You created it, you can get rid of it. All you need to do is to scrape all of your onion into a strainer, and then you're going to rinse it under cold water. I'm going to rinse it really well. No tricks here at all. Just rinse it really well. And then shake off the excess water into a bowl here, and now on to the cilantro. Don't waste your time picking the leaves off of the cilantro. The stems are super tender and they're very, very flavorful. So do what those street vendors do. Take the bunch of cilantro, a handful of it, and then turn the top underneath so that you can hold it in place like that. And then make very, very thin slices here. Now I'm working with the blade of the knife right up against my knuckle, so I know exactly where it is at all times here. And I'm just barely inching back my hand so that once I get to the place where all I can feel is stems, then I'm done. What I have here is very, very finely chopped cilantro. If you want to go through this extra step, you can, which is to toss the very thinly sliced cilantro like this, and then pick the top part of it off. And you'll see a lot of stems on the bottom. I don't even go through that step because this is so tender and delicious, those stems are, that just mixing everything together like that gives you the classic Mexican street vendor onions and cilantro for your tacos.